Revision of what we did last night for those that weren't here. So just a bit of posture breaking control, and then we're going to move. So lazy man's guard, low on the hips. What I want to try and do is get a little bit higher and knees coming in. So I'm controlling Mark's hips instead of now being super loosey-goosey. So now, yeah. So more he already feels I'm going to bring him forward. So he starts to block. He should have his elbows in, so he's pushing my hips down to the mat. Okay. Otherwise, I'm going to do this and bring him forward. Because he's blocking or framing, what I need to do is remove this. So there's a number of ways. We can scoop underneath, hip hop, bring it aside, we can peel out the elbows. We're just going to do something relatively simple. With the peeling out the elbows, it works really well with the gi as well, because people grab the belt, so the grip can be hard to break, as opposed to when you peel out the elbow and you just keep your hands on top of the hip, we'll still break their posture. So once we break it, the posture, then we're catching. So we're getting a head control and getting an arm control. And if you can, reach around all the way and keep your head in nice and tight. So now he's going to try and bring his posture back up. And now he's got to carry my weight on the small of his back. Make sense? So even big guys, after a while, the spinal erectors compared to other muscles of the body are going to fatigue. Yeah. So this is where I can be a little lazy, because you're going to do all the work for me. Yeah. So happy days. So that's one. Hip up, hand behind the tricep, wrist control. Pull, pass it across, and grab their back. So that's posture 2. Okay, so first one, elbow peel, knee to nose. Second one, wrist control, elbow control, hip up, arm drag, grab the back. Okay, happy with that? So just 2 for now. So all I want you to do is practice is bringing your knee to nose. Don't think feet to nose, because people flare their knees. So keep your knees nice and tight and bring knees to nose. Cool? Happy with that? Okay, 1, 2, 3. We'll do that about 10 times each, and then we're going to swap over. Okay. Oh, because the camera's that way. Right, so close guard. So again, we need to deal with the posture first. First of all, I can't armbar, triangle, kimura. There's not much I can do from here until I break the posture. So dependent on what posture break I do or can achieve is going to be then dependent on what attacks I do off that. Okay, so if I peel these out, then I have an overhook and a head control. So overhook series, foot's going to come out, shrink, foot on the hip, my shin's coming into play now. Punch that out. Now I'm working the triangle. Make sense? If we do the arm drag to the side, grabbing the back, foot comes away, chop the leg down, and now we're entering for a back take, we make a choke. Does that make sense? So depending on which one you do, will give you those options. So let's have a look at the triangle. Okay. So I've done the elbow pull, controlling the head and arm. My foot's going to come unlock on the mat, and I want to shrimp out. I want to keep him here. So I'll put the foot in the hip and my knee into the shoulder. Okay. From here, this leg comes in, and I'm grabbing the shin. Sorry, the wrist. My shin's in play with the bicep. Punch the shin. My shin will come back towards me. Bring my leg out. I'm going to bring my knee into the face, and then from here, my knee brings Mark head across. So I'll already start creating the angle. Hip up, pass the arm across. 1, 2. I want to get a gable grip here. Lock the triangle back up and squeeze. Again. Elbow full, head and arm control. Foot out, back in. Shin in play, grab the wrist control. Punch the wrist, bring the leg out. So from here, we're almost kicking with my inner thigh. Lock. Pass. If I need to make another adjustment, I will. From here, down, finish. Cool? Let's have a look at that. 1, 2, 3. Double changes and shots and your throw. So, a lot of you would have one foot directly behind the other one. Yeah, so and your knee is really heavy. Alright, so what we want to try and do is shoulder width, level change. So the heel should be up off the mat, and then we're in the sprinters box. So you've got your hands up, and we're, like we're in the races. Yeah, does it make sense? So when you shoot, it should be diagonally down. It should be like shooting across the mat. So this is all about getting prepped to go that way. Does that make sense? So when we're shooting down, this knee barely touches the mat. Like it's not landing heavily hard. All right, so we're sprinters box, go. And then you can add a little side step at the end, but when we're angling off to throw them to the side so we pass the guard, we don't end up with close guard. So 1, 2, and go. Okay? So let's have a look at that tonight. So when you're level changing, thinking of shoulder width, heel up, sprinters blocks, driving across the mat, up, and then turning the wheel. Okay? 1, 2, 3. Sprinters blocks. Remember, shoulder width, level change. And then don't forget the angle off. Don't forget the angle off. So at the end, angle off. Should be nice and soft on that front knee. Oh, yeah. Still got your rear leg trailing a little bit there, Jimmy. So try and get that shoulder width apart, mate. Okay. So you should be sitting back on your heels, having a good posture. Okay. So get to a position where you can see, because you're not going to see anything from over here. So remember, ideally we want to peel this off and get in a high guard, controlling the head and arm position. If he's blocking, so last night we went overhook, head control series. We're going to have a look at the arm drag. Okay. So we've got wrist control, elbow, hip hop, pass. So knee to nose, pass that arm across. We're going to grab the back. We're just going to take the back to start with. Leg comes out, turn, chop this leg, 1, and now he falls over. So we're already starting to chop. Okay? He'll try to get his back to the mat or get belly down. Either way, we're just following him, and then we're putting him to slip that way. If he goes belly down, it's worse for him. Tries to get his back to the mat, and we'll go into the chop. Okay? Have that one more time. Nice and tight with your gut, so we're not being lazy. At the moment, my legs are just wrapped around your hips. Now you can feel the difference. That's playing guard. Okay? 1, hip up. We're going to arm drag and punch. Grab the back. From here, unlock. Change your shape. 1, 2. This leg, chop. If he goes belly down, come up on top. So now, right now I get 4 points. Yeah? So from here we start working it. He comes up to his knees. 1, 2. I get another 4 points. So I get 8 points, and I'm choking him. Easy peasy. 1, 2, 3. For me to attack the arm, I want it at least my circle along the body. So now, 1, 2, foot, lock, over, and now we're attacking the arm. If this is outside my hip line, I can't attack the arm. I want this at least centre line to be able to attack. Okay. So it used to be control point, so wrist, tricep, foot into the hip. I want my inner thigh or knee into the back of the shoulder. This coming up nice and high, and hamstring curl to maintain the posture of Jimmy. We block the face, leg comes up and over, and then hamstring curl, heels down to the ground. Thumb up, hip up, and then we get the braking mechanic. Okay? Most of you won't ever get it like that to start with, or being realistic. So it'll be more like they're blocking like this, and you'll trap, and then you'll block your head, and then it goes over. That's more realistically how you're going to get the armbar. Okay? Does that make sense? So there's going to be, I still need to control the head somewhere. So see how Jimmy's head over this way, the arms across my centre line, we can still break it. Make sense? If this is over here, I need to somehow control it to get it here. If it's too low, I'm not going to arm it. So if I go for an arm bar now, it's out. The elbow is out, and I don't get the break. He'll pull that out, stack me, and pass me. Yep. So if he's blocking, work your hip down a little bit lower. There we go. So shoot yourself further down and pull Jimmy, so we're stretching him out a little bit. So now this arm will come across, grab the wrist, bring it across. Now grab the head. This leg comes up, 1, 2, and then we're claiming the arm bar. Does that make sense? I'm going to give that variation a try. 3 each, 1, 2, 3. So when they start defending, okay, so we'll go straight from the arm bar and then we'll see what comes off it. Okay, so we're going to wrist control, tricep control, bring this across here, blocking. He brings the arm out, block the triangle, bring it across. So now we're on to yesterday's lesson. Good. So from here, he hides the arm. Okay, so now this is where it starts to get a little bit trickier. I'm going to use this leg, going to come across the side, and I'm going to kick him away. Sit up, run away, no, play. Okay. So you guys are a little more advanced. Okay, so I'm just going to check this a little bit. Yeah. All right, so now he's hiding. So when he postures up and he underhook, take that, bring the leg around, and now we're heel hooking. Okay. So whether it's from the triangle or the omoplata, you can do the same technique. So I'm in the omoplata, he wants to bring, he postures up. This now foot comes to the inside line, so my shin is running down the inside line of the thigh. We can pull this up, thread the leg, here, push this up to the sky, get the heel hook entry, do a back step, and now we'll finish over here. Cool? More for the blue box and above. Everyone else, you can still work triangle, armbar, omoplata, but that's a bit more for the other guy. Okay? Happy with that? 1, 2, 3. Okay, so still this, armbar. Yeah, happy days. He brings the arm out. Alright, so we want an isometric contraction with our legs and hips. So now I'm going to bring my leg here. I want to be able to turn the corner without putting my hands on the mat. I see a lot of people pushing off the mat. We don't want that. So now when he hides that arm, I want you to be able to go and drive back towards me, Okay, so I need you to be able to use your hips as opposed to... Yeah. The higher you get on your shoulder blades, the less friction we have on the mat, so it's easy for you to turn. If you're flat on your back, it's very challenging for you to move. So come up nice and high, so you should be able to get that flow. Yeah? And again, with the K-guard entry, so when he postures up, underhook, shin down. If you need to, bring this leg and just push him away. Gable grip and pull the knee on top of your chest. Now lasso, bring that up, get the heel in. If he doesn't backstep, break it now. Once he backsteps, we'll help him out a little bit. Come up on top and then we can finish from there. Knee bars out as well, if you want to go belly down.
So Craig, are you waiting for him to belly down first, or are you kicking the K-guard all the way over for like an entry?
I'm just going to go for the entry straight away. Yeah, I'm not going to wait for him. I'll make it happen. Does it make sense? So you can either be passive, as in you give me the position and then I take advantage of it, or we make the position happen and then we're submitting from there. So I want you to try and get in the habit of, I'm making this happen. So when generally, white belts, you're surviving and then you're taking advantage of people making a mistake. But we want you to make them, to make that choice. So you're making the position happen. You know exactly where you're going and what you're doing. Not, oh, holy shit, I'm in a triangle. Oh, holy shit, I've got an number. Yeah? You know exactly what you're going for and you're getting there. Does that make sense? Again, goes back to last night, game plan.
What do you do if your opponent's all dressed up?
Choke them. Just guillotine them. Just guillotine them. It's hard to grease the neck, although I'm sure she has. I know. I'm gonna moisturise later. Alright. Lockie, come over this. Okay, this. Yeah. I think the other day I got some of the video and that video from there. So I was talking this way, so you couldn't really hear the audio. Alright, so what I'm gonna do is this stuff I'm going to put at the end of the week, I'm going to put it in a YouTube account, and then that way, instead of me trying to upload 10 videos, which I don't find the time for, I'll just do one big one. So nice and easy for you guys, so if you ever need it. Okay, so arm drag, we've covered the arm drag. If you were here this week, we've already done, elbow pull, wrist control, elbow control, so we won't go into that too much. So we're getting this, we're going to hip hop, we're going to pass from here and get the back. Now, if I pass the arm too far, I've got to take the back because I've got too much back exposure. Now, I sort of want it about here, grabbing the back. So now I have an opportunity to dive underneath the leg here. So come to this side, guys. So what I need to do is shift my position. So this leg is currently on the hip. I need to be able to go, whoop, sorry mate, bring it to this position. And then we're going to kick over. And then if we can, we can get the arm over. That's just extra jam. So we're going to hip, pull, grab the back. I'm going to dive underneath the leg. I'm going to bring this leg up, bring him forward, chop the leg down, come up on top. And then, we would have a gift wrap, come up on top, start working some things from there. Okay. Any questions on that? No? So for those that are a little more advanced, you can go straight to the head numb off that. Start putting things into sequences. Yeah? Don't just one thing, so that you have the head numb is there straight away. Go to knee ride, pin the hip back under the mat. So go 1, 2. This comes underneath, this windshield wipes, pin the knee back down, gable grip, and then we're back in the head numb. Happy? Which one are you doing, TJ? All of them? Just do the sweep for now, mate. Let's try and get that right. Make sure you create the angle. Most of you will do the sweep like this when you first start. So you'll do this. Yep. We need you to cut the angle. So as you dive down, turn the corner. So I want to bring Mark on my hip and then delete that. So I'm bringing him forward. I'm not going to the side. Let him come forward. Happy? 1, 2, 3. Have some fun with it. So when I arm drag, and he busts his arm back, oh, we're going to come up. We're going to hip up sweep. Okay. Now, go back. Squash. Sorry, mate. Alright, so from here. 1, 2, pull down, he reaches, come up. Even if he doesn't have his hand on the mat yet, drive in that direction. From here, now we're just going to sweep that off, and then ball of the foot, because there's a lot of momentum. Ball of the foot goes, so he can't continue to roll. If he does, we backstep. Cool. For you advanced guys, you come back. So instead of me sweeping over this side for the hip bump, I'm going to control your head and direct it over there. So when I bump you, pull you down, you come back up. Here, I'm going to drive your head. I'm going to climb up nice and tall. Okay. We go 1, 2, hand on the head, punch it out, climb, bring your leg out, enter for the triangle, pass, and then cross, turn the corner, where we go. Okay? That's for all you high, advanced, 2-strike, 1-strike, 1 white belts. Cool? 1, 2, 3. Give it a try.